Hey guys, I'm a Burke and I do things. And in today's video, I tested out the makeup that came in Boxycharm this month. I tested out a couple things I bought at TJ Maxx. I tested out something that I used Ipsy points on. So if you guys want to see all of that and how it went down, then keep on watching. Let's go. Okay, so the first product that I'm gonna play with today is a primer. This is something I bought with Ipsy points. I've never heard of this brand. It's called Evelyn Neona. This is a green tea primer. It says prep and protect and it says vegan. So that's cool. Doesn't say much other than that. So this is 0.67 fluid ounces. Just came like bursting out. I have used skincare with green tea in it. I don't believe I've ever used like makeup though with green tea. It has a very light scent, nothing too intense. Okay, it feels very, very creamy. It's a very creamy feeling. It's kind of on the thicker side. I mean, that felt really nice. I feel like it actually is a really nice primer, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure where you find this brand. I'll try to look online and link it down below, but that's like one of the it's like one of those things that makes me sad is like I wish it was easier to have an accessible way to get little like indie brands like this. But yeah, I'm going to do the rest of my base makeup and then we can start playing with the makeup that came in Boxycharm this month. Well, this is Rachel from the future. Hello there. I went to edit this video and an entire very large clip of this video was corrupt. So rather than scrapping this whole thing, I'm going to recreate this part of the video here where I try some of these things and kind of reenact what I did in the video, and then we will jump back into Rachel from the past to finish off everything. So it's a little it's not my usual type of thing here, but when life gives you lemons, this is my lemonade. I did make sure to use the same base makeup as my original video. I'll link all of that stuff down below so we can just get into this makeup. So we will start with the first item from Boxycharm. This is the Appeal Gel Eyeliner in the shade Desert Taupe. This is the creamiest eyeliner we've ever gotten from Boxycharm. Now I'm going to go pop this on really quick. The reason I never do eyeliner in my videos is because I need two hands and a mirror, and I don't have like a stand-up mirror. So I always like go use that mirror, but maybe one day I'll get a mirror here and I won't need to disappear every time I do eyeliner, but I'll be right back. Okay, and there's the liner. Honestly, I'm so happy Boxycharm included something like this that's not a hard and scratchy pencil, because I feel like that's what we usually get. The color payoff is very instantaneous, and I don't like that this retails for $21. I feel like that's super overpriced. So I guess it's nice that we got it here because I'd never paid $21 for this. Now let's play with the Butter London Natural Goddess palette. So this one is a little tricky. It has 4 shimmers and these 2 mattes. So I'm going to do the same exact eye look I did originally and kind of show you how that turned out. So since there's no transition shade, I'm going to use Diva here as my transition, even though it is more of a shimmery shade. And I'll show you how it applies. Sorry, and I'm using the Wet n Wild P15 brush for this part. I also like that the eyeliner I got matches this color story pretty well. You don't always get that lucky with Boxycharm. I'm gonna use the Alamar Cosmetics brush with that same shade, buff it out. Okay, so we did get a set of 3 brushes. That being said, so I'll show you the little one right now. I actually have it packed for a trip we're going on because I liked it that much. So this is the 246 brush. I'm not gonna use this in this video because I already cleaned it and it's already packed in my travel bag right here. But we also got these 2 brushes. So this is the 510 foundation brush. I don't use something like this for foundation. This is the brush I used in the mask video I posted with Scott recently. I'll link that up here if you haven't seen it. This is a brush we can use today. This is the 250 large shading brush. I like using brushes like this just to clean up the edges, but that's about all I'd use something this large for. Then the next thing I did was I took Queen, which is this pink shade, on a dry flat brush. I used the smaller one in my original video, but I'll use this Alamar brush in this video. I didn't even wet it, I just applied it straight on with a brush and I thought it looked really good, which was impressive to me. I think the shimmers in this palette are very pretty. It does give a little fallout though, so be warned. We can honestly try it with the finger too, and I'll show you what that looks like. It's maybe a little bit more intense as far as shimmer goes, but I think you can get away with using a brush or your finger with these shimmers, which is pretty cool. Now I'm going to go into the BH number 9 brush with Temptress, which is this dark brown, which is where kind of everything kind of went downhill in the first time I filmed this. So this shade is very dark when you apply it, which is typically good, but it's very patchy, which is not good. I find it extremely hard to blend this shade. So I'm gonna add it out here. Then I'm gonna come back in with our Wet n Wild brush and try to blend it together. So I'm gonna take our big fluffy brush and try to clean it up. It's very disappointing because I really do like the shimmers, but the brown matte like kind of kills the palette for me. So I'm going to now take this Wet n Wild P10 brush back with Diva and go under the lash line with it. Because like even these shimmers I feel like blend well in this style. And then I'll go back with our flat brush with Enchantress in the inner corner. And then I'll even use a little bit on our brow bone. I don't always do this step. And then I'll take our big fluffy brush again, try to clean it up. But honestly, like it looks so patchy on the outer corner. It's very upsetting. But I'm redoing the look I did yesterday, and this is essentially how it turned out. So this is one I think I would use with in conjunction with another palette because I really like, you know, the quality of the shimmers. I haven't tried the blue yet, so I don't know how that matte is, but I can tell you this dark brown is not a good matte shade at all. But now let's play with some stuff that I got at TJ Maxx. I searched long and hard for this one. This is the NARS bronzer in the shade Laguna. This was $16.99, which is not the cheapest thing at TJ Maxx, but I've heard great things, so I wanted to get it. I'm going to use this BH 125 brush. I think it's such a pretty shade. And I also feel like it's a very buildable formula, so if you don't really like a very pigmented bronzer, you can go really light with this and just build it up to the intensity you want. I believe the shade Laguna that I bought is their lightest shade, but they had at least 3 or 4 different shade options I've seen at various TJ Maxx's now, if you guys are interested in snagging one of these. Yeah, I feel like it gives a really, really nice light bronzy effect. Okay, then the other product I want to try is one of the Becca Luminous blushes. I grabbed 3 shades. This shade is Songbird. Grabbed this one since I thought it might go with our eye look. I'm going to go in with the AOA F14 brush. I'm going to kind of tap a little bit of it off because it's a very pigmented formula. But like, look how pretty and like luminous it is. And like a little goes a long way with this product. And I'd much rather pay $7.99 than $38 for this formula. I don't know about you. But yeah, that is what you guys missed out on in the original clip. So now I'll send you back to Rachel of the past and you can watch the rest of this video. Let's go. Okay, let's go over what I finished everything up with really quick. I went in with the Collab Beauty Highlighter. I've really been enjoying this. I set my face with the CoverFX High Performance Setting Spray. I used a lip liner since we're using lip gloss, and that's how I'd ideally wear it. I used the Wet n Wild Gel Liner in the shade Bear to Comment. And then for my mascara, I use the Wander Beauty Mile High Club mascara. So from Alamar Cosmetics, I got the Mother of Pearl Gloss in the shade Serenita. So it doesn't really have a scent, which I was surprised by for sure, because I feel like lately people are really into creating scented glosses. So it definitely didn't add as much sparkle as I was kind of nervous it would. I feel like it just sort of made my lip liner look glossy, which is kind of what I like. I don't really like too much sparkle in my lip gloss, honestly, so I don't hate it. It just has an odd scent. And I can still smell it, which is weird. I usually can't smell lip gloss once it's on, but not too bad. Let me do a really quick recap of everything I played with in this video. I actually really like this green tea primer that I bought with Ipsy Points. It's kind of annoying that it's so low, but my actual skin looks pretty good underneath my foundation, so I would attribute it to this. Let's see if this Appeal eyeliner still got kicking. Yeah, it's still in there, looks good. I hope it does not fade because that would be fantastic. The Butter London eyeshadow. Honestly, I think the shimmers are so lovely, but I don't think the mattes are super reliant. I didn't get to play with the blue, but the dark brown was very, very hard for me to work with. It still looks a little patchy to me, but it was really cool that those shimmers, I didn't even need to spray and they went on totally fine. So I'm kind of in the middle with this one. I feel like it's a palette where I still think I would need to use another palette with it to utilize those mattes and then maybe work with these shimmers. I loved the NARS bronzers. Have you guys used these before? What kind of NARS products have you been buying? Have you guys seen a lot of NARS at TJ Maxx lately? I have. I actually bought another, but it hasn't been filmed with yet. But I am very excited I found this. I have seen other shades besides Laguna, but I knew I specifically wanted to find Laguna for my skin tone. But if Laguna isn't the right shade for you, they are out there, let me tell you. Then we have the Songbird blush from Becca. I really do think it's so pretty, and I probably didn't even need to add any highlighter because these are luminous. And I'm happy that I grabbed a couple of these. Yeah, I have a problem. And the Alamar lip gloss, I cannot smell it anymore. I'm super glad that it did not make my lips too sparkly and it just made them kind of juicy looking. So that is how I feel about that. Let me know in the comments, have you guys found these things at TJ Maxx? Have you played with any of them? How did you guys feel about your Boxycharms? Did you guys have the same experience as I did with those matte shadows? Or I should say that matte shadow. Let me know in the comments. Also, did anyone else grab this with Ipsy Points or get it in an Ipsy bag? Let me know what you guys thought of it. And yeah, that is it for this video. As usual, thanks for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, click the subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I have my Twitter and my Instagram down below. Give them a follow and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!